So the concept map for you, static member function, then characteristics, and then example. Objective is that you should understand the concept of static member function with example. So the concept is static member function. Now static member function you can declare like your member variables or member functions, and it should have static as a keyword. Okay, so to declare the static member function we will use the static keyword, and static member function will accept only static data member. Okay, now we will see the characteristics of static member function. So a static function can have access to other static member function declared in the same class. Suppose in your class you have declared static member function, and along with that you have declared one static data member. So that static data member you can use in your static member function. For example, class student get data is static member function and count is a static data member. So that count only you can use in your get data static member function. And how you will call the static member function? So static member function we can call with the help of class name and scope resolution operator. You cannot call static member function like your normal member function in your void main. So for that there is one syntax, that is class name, scope resolution operator, member function name. Because to call the static member function outside the class we have to follow the syntax, otherwise it will not get executed. So display, if display is a static member function and class is a student, then how you will call student, that is your class name, member function name is display, scope resolution operator, and function, that's why open and close bracket and semicolon. Now we will see one program based on a static member function. So to understand the static member function we need to declare the static data member. So iostream.h, that is your header file, then class, the class name is student, then static int count, this is the static data member we have declared. Along with that we have declared roll number and marks. So public, in public we have declared the set data member function having roll number and marks. Okay, so for roll number we have declared the variable as r, for marks we have declared the variable as m. So roll number is equal to r, marks is equal to m. So value of r and m which you will pass in void main, it will get assigned to the roll number and marks. Again here we have displayed the roll number and marks, and in count plus plus, in count plus plus, so we will increment the static data member. Now in static display count we have declared one member function which is of type static. How you come to know that this is the static member function? So before your return type we have just mentioned static keyword. So it is of static member function, return type as void, then display count is a variable name. So cout will display the count variable. Okay, and again now see there are two parts. First you have to extend the scope of static data member, and then after that you have to call the static member function in your void main. So how we will extend the scope? So this is your return type, class name, scope resolution operator, and variable which is of static data member. So int student, scope resolution operator, count. So we have extended the scope of count variable. Now in int main we have declared the two objects, student s1 s2. As soon as you will write down student s1 s2, so count variable is get initialized to 0. Then student, now we will call, first we will see what is the value of count variable. So how we will see the value of count variable? In display count we have used the statement as cout. So how you will call that static member function? So class name, scope resolution operator, and member function, that is your display count. Now so it will print the value as count is equal to 0. Then s1 dot set data 101 and 345. So roll number r will value have 101, Then 345 will have value as marks. So roll number and marks will get assigned as 101 and 345, and it will get displayed because in set data we have mentioned the statement roll number and marks. So roll number is equal to 101, marks is equal to 345. Again we will check the value of count variable. Okay, now definitely count variable will get increased because value will get incremented because in set data we have called count plus plus. So whenever you will call the set data, so it count variable value automatically will get incremented because of count plus plus variable. Again we will see student scope resolution operator display count. So count variable is 1. Then S2 dot set data 102 comma 450. So a value of R will be 102, value of M will be 454, and it will get assigned to the roll number and marks respectively. And again we will call the count function. So count function again we will call the count function, and count function will display the value as 2.